the shadows stretch and creep. The wind it howls, the willows weep. The ground is cold, the earth won't lie. Secrets buried, lost to the sky. Beneath the gallows, the branches sway. Ghosts of the guilty come out to play. The dirt remembers what men forget. A tangle of stories bound by regret. The moon hangs low, a crooked grin, judging the deeds of desperate sins. Boots on the gravel, a heavy tread, walking the path of the long condemned. Oh, the crows, they circle, their calls won't cease. A choir of darkness, no sign of peace. The sky won't break, the stars hold still, marking the spot where the blood does spill. Beneath the gallows, the branches sway. Ghosts of the guilty come out to play. The dirt remembers what men forget. A tangle of stories bound by regret. They circle, their calls won't cease. A choir of darkness, no sign of peace. The sky won't break, the stars hold still, they're marking the spot where the blood does spill. On the edge of town they raise the rope, road of justice stripped of hope. The story ends, neath twilight's veil. The wind it whistles, it tells the tale.
There's a fog that creeps on Saturday nights in Bourbon County, where the moon hides its light. Whispers and shadows in the fields of corn, stories of sorrow since the day they were born. Tucker's shack is falling down. He says he hears the cries from the underground. Children laughing, then they scream. Underneath these stars, nothing's as it seems. turned quick. From the dusty roads to the chapel's bell, Bourbon County stories too dark to tell. Every soul here carries a weight unseen. In the silence of the night they convey.
There's a house by the river, forgotten and old, with whispers of secrets and stories untold. The windows are broken, the doors barely close. Ghosts of the hollow where no sunlight flows. Stayed drunk, we lived in the shadow, our spirits all sunk. At night we'd hear footsteps on the creaky old floor, echoes of sorrow from those gone before. Oh, the ghosts of the hollow, they call out my name. In the dead of the night, they light up a flame. Haunted by memories that never do, lost in the darkness where dreams are all frayed. The wind through the trees, it moans like a dirge. Broken hearts buried deep where nightmares emerge. A wolf's lonely howl is all that I hear. Living in fear, ain't been living for years. Stars in the sky, though they don't seem to shine. Over this midnight, they no longer align. Caught in a nightmare, awake or asleep. The hollow, it holds me, its secrets I keep.
From the stovepipe, sky painted gray. The wolves are back howling, they ain't gone away. Boots by the doorway, cracked and worn thin. Ain't much left of the man within. Whiskey don't warm like it used to do. Rain seeps in through the ceiling too. Mama's old Bible's collecting dust. Faith turned to rust and hope to distrust. Like a ghost on the door, came through the cracks, slept on my floor. They whisper my name in the dead of the night, stealing my peace and killing my life. No use hiding or praying, they're gone. Hard times keep knocking all night long. The fields won't grow and the bank took the rest. A letter from hell pinned to my chest. The wind carries voices I used to know, buried them deep, but they still show. Hard times keep knocking like thunder on tin. Ain't no shelter for the shape I'm in. They follow me close with a cold, cruel grin, wearing the faces of long lost kin. No matter how far I try to run, hard times keep knocking like a loaded gun. The firewood's low and the night's too long. The radio's dead, but I hum a song, a slow, sad tune about the life I bled and the dreams that died when the good days fled. Hard times keep knocking boots on my soul, carved in my skin like a worn-out scroll. They dance through the ashes of all I've done, mocking the man I should have become. Ain't no mercy, no savior to see. Hard times keep knocking, just like me.
Out on the edge of a ghost-filled town, the moon's full face wears a silver crown. Shadows stretch where secrets lie. In the hush of night you hear them cry. Old barn doors creak with a mournful tone. Winds whisper tales of lives unknown. Gravestones mark the dreams once found, gone to dust in the cold, hard ground. Haunted whispers in the dead of night echo through the valley, chills down your spine. Ghosts of yore, they'll never rest. In these dark woods, we're forever guests. A lantern flickers by the old church wall. Footsteps echo, but no one calls. A chill runs deep, cuts like a knife in this haunted place. There's more than life. Crumbling houses,
In these dark woods, we're forever guests.
He came from the edge where the map turns black. Boots made of leather and a soul full of cracks. Smoke in his lungs and fire in his veins. A storm in the silence, a ghost with no name. They whispered in towns he'd once passed through. He don't speak much, but Lord, it's true. When the wind turns sharp and the sky turns red, he's the last thing breathing when it's all dead. He laughs while it all burns. Ashes fly and the black wheel turns. No mercy in his cold wild eyes, just a devil grin. And as the good man died, no prayer, no grace, no concern. He laughs while it all burns. He lit that match with a crooked smile. Watched the church go up from a distant mile. Said, I ain't justice, I ain't sin. I'm the reckoning that crawls within. The sheriff ran, the preacher cried, but the fire spoke louder than the ones who lied. He walked through the heat like a beast reborn, with a past carved deep in a crown of thorns. He laughs while it all burns. No tears fall, no one returns. Just jar and bone where the truth once lay, and echoes that haunt the break of day. The wind may howl, the world may churn, but he laughs while it all burns. Some say he was wrong, some say insane. Some say his blood runs oil and flame, but none dare speak when the dusk light bends and that shadow rides in again. He laughs while it all burns. Smoke sings low and the cold sun yearns. He don't forget, he don't forgive, he don't regret the way he lives. From cursed soil to twisted turns, he laughs while it all burns. I knocked on the doors where the righteous go, with blood on my boots and a soul full of woe. Saints looked down with a cold disdain, said you're too far gone to ever be saved. They turned their faces, slammed the light,
left me drowning in eternal night. So I lit a match with a curse and spit, and watched those pearly hinges split. Heaven closed, so I burned the gates with holy fire and a sinner's faith. Didn't come begging, didn't come clean. I came with ghosts and kerosene. If grace won't come for a soul this late, then let the angels suffocate. Heaven closed, so I burned the gates. I wandered roads where the dead don't sleep, where prayers are shallow and sins run deep. The wind carried hymns from a rusted bell, ringing out mercy they never would sell. I asked no priest for crooked pardon. My faith was buried in barren gardens, so I carved my path through sacred lies, with smoke in my lungs and fire in my eyes. Heaven closed, so I burned the gates, said a prayer with a twist of hate. Let the saints clutch pearls and weep, while I walk strong through the flames I keep. No redemption, no pearly throne, just ash and iron and sins I own. Heaven closed, so I burn the gates. Let them tremble in their holy tower. I ain't never needed their gold or power. I found my peace in a rebel's house, with a flask in hand and a wolf's growl. Heaven closed, so I burned the gates. Ain't no room for my kind at those heights, so I lit a fire they won't forget. Left the sky scorched with no regret. If they don't want the likes of me, then I'll ride with devils proud and free. Heaven closed, so I burned the gates. Smell of smoke in a crimson dawn, dust on my boots, sins on my palms. Riding that line between wrong and right, whiskey in my breath, demons in sight. Crossroads called, I answered fast. A bargain struck, no prayers to cast. Ashes and chains don't frighten me. Hell ain't a bad place to be. No angels weep, no choir sing, just the sound of the iron hammers ring, where the broken souls find company. Hell ain't a bad place to be. Fire in my veins, wild and free. Hell ain't a bad place to be. Barbed wire dreams and a rusted sky. I never feared no judgment tide. The saints all fled when I came near. The devil just laughed and poured the beer. Every scar's a story to tell. I carved my name in the gates of hell. A throne of dust waits just for me. Hell ain't a bad place to be. No angels weep, no choir sing, just the sound of the iron hammers ring, where the broken souls find company. Hell ain't a bad place to be. Fire in my veins, wild and free. Hell ain't a bad place to be. Smoke curls up like an outlaw's prayer. Freedom howls in the midnight air. No heaven place to be. If you see me riding through with a crooked grin and a shadow crew, just tip your hat, let me be. Hell ain't a bad place to be. You took your shot, but I'm still breathing. Left me for dead, but I ain't leaving. You built your kingdom on fear and lies. Now watch it crumble before your eyes. Hell's coming with me, no place to hide. You lit the fire, now burn inside. Ain't no mercy, ain't no peace. You made this war, now rest in pieces. And I don't stop till I own this land. Hell's coming with me, no place to hide. You lit the fire, now burn inside. Ain't no mercy, ain't no peace. You made this war, now rest in pieces. Shots loaded, one for you. Ain't no savior pulling you through. You played your game, but now it's mine. Count your seconds, run out of time. Hell's coming with me, no place to hide. You lit the fire, now burn inside. Ain't no mercy, ain't no peace. You made this war, now rest in peace. Blood on my boots, dust on my hands. I gave you time, I gave you a chance. Now the Reaper's got your name, and I'm the one who calls the game.
I woke with a taste of blood on my tongue, whiskey on breath and a loaded gun. The lawman's dead where the red dust blows, but the devil knows what the devil sows. My boots leave fire where the shadows crawl. I ain't running, I just answer the call. With a soul stitched tight by sin and flame, I ride with ghosts that don't need names. Hell's got room for one more soul, and I ain't afraid to pay the toll. These wheels turn slow, but they always roll down to where the Reaper keeps control. One eye on the smoke, one hand on the door. Yeah, hell's got room for one more. Crosses burn on the hills I've passed, names carved deep in a whiskey glass. My prayers are rusted, my fate long cast. I'm a hymn of hate from a haunted past. Barstool prophets warned me twice, but I shook hands with colder ice. The preacher cried but wouldn't stay. He knew this rider don't kneel or pray. Hell's got room for one more soul, and I ain't afraid to pay the toll. These wheels turn slow, but they always roll
for one more. The wind don't whisper, it screams my name, and the stars don't shine on a man of shame. But I light a match with a smile so wide, a fire like mine gonna run or hide. Hell's got a room for one more ride, and I'm the storm they can't deny. I'll burn this trail with iron and lore, then knock like thunder on that old red door. So pour one out on the cold dirt floor. Yeah, hell's got a room for one more. One more howl in the midnight wind, one more soul about to ride again. Hell's got a room, and I'm knocking.
I was born where the black smoke rolls out past the pines and the busted coals. Mama said, boy, you got fire in your veins. Daddy just grinned, whispering chains. I don't take knees, I don't beg for grace. I wear my scars like a loaded case, a heart like flint, a soul like steel. I don't bow down, I break the wheel. I don't bend, I detonate, a fuse lit long by the hands of fate. I ain't no saint, I ain't your son. I'm the hammer falling, the smoking gun. If you cross me, don't be late. I don't bend, I detonate. Whiskey eyes and blood red skies, I walk with ghosts no preacher denies. Boots worn down on the devil's stone, but I ride like sin, cold to the bone. I've seen good men break, I've watched them crawl. I'd rather burn than beg it all. No white flag, no backward glance, just a one-way path and a loaded stance. I don't bend, I detonate, a fuse lit long by the hands of fate. I ain't no saint, I ain't your son. I'm the hammer falling, the smoking gun. If you cross me, don't be late. I don't bend, I detonate. Steel winds howl and the thunder moans, but I ain't carved from breakable bones. They built their walls, I burned them down and wore the ash like a blackthorn crown. You can pray to heaven, you can curse my name, but if I don't care who fans the flame, I don't bend, I detonate. Wrath in boots at the reaper's gate, a shadow's howl, a reckoning sound, the kind of man you don't turn around. If you test me, seal your fate. I don't bend, I detonate. So light the match and seal your tomb. I'll be the storm, I'll be the boom. I don't break, I don't hesitate, I don't bend.
thought I'd fold, thought I'd fade, but I'm the bomb that don't obey. Built from rust, hate and scars. Now I'm burning like 1,000 stars. I don't bend, I detonate. Cross that line and seal your fate. Tried to break me, too damn late. I'm a storm you can't sedate. I held the line, bit my tongue. Now that silence weighs a ton. I was calm, I was nice. Now I'm colder than a block of ice. I don't bend, I detonate. Cross that line and seal your fate. Tried to break me, too damn late. I'm a storm you can't sedate. I'm the backlash, I'm the blast. I'm the shadow that's gonna last. Strike the match, watch me glow. Ain't no running from what you sow. I don't bend, I detonate. Cross that line and seal your fate. Seal your fate. Tried to break me, too damn late, too damn late. I'm a storm you can't sedate. So raise your voice, or raise your shield. This battleground won't ever yield. I ain't here to tolerate. I came back just to detonate.
I'll carry my cross. I was born with the blood of a storm in my veins, raised by the thunder and the railroad chains. Mama cried verses while Daddy drank sin, and the preacher said hell always lets you back in. My boots hit the dirt with the weight of regret. Each mile of memory I'd rather forget. But the road keeps winding through sorrow and loss, and I bear it in silence. I'll carry my cross. I'll carry my cross through the valley of bones, where the silence cuts deeper than sticks and stones. No angels, no choir, no coin for the cost, just me and my shadow. I'll carry my cross. I buried my brother on the edge of a creek, where the willows weep and the lost ones speak. He wore his pride like a badge on his chest, but pride turns to ash when a man's laid to rest. Now the devil walks close with a crooked grin, trading old secrets for bottles of sin. I don't beg for mercy, don't plead to be tossed. I'll walk straight through fire, I'll carry my cross. no savior embossed, but I won't lay it down. I'll carry my cross. The stars don't shine for the damned and the done, and justice don't come with a badge or a gun. But I made my peace with the weight I've earned. Let the wheels keep turning, let the bridges burn. There's a hill in the distance I've yet to climb, with a grave and a song and a mark of time. I'll lay down my sins where the vultures emboss, and carve my name in the stone. I'll carry my cross. I'll carry my cross to the end of the line, through blood and the rust, through whiskey and time, with no one behind and nothing to gloss. Let the winds write my story. I'll carry my cross. So pour one for the lost and the souls double-crossed. I ain't looking for heaven, I'll carry my cross.
I carve my name in ballroom tables, leave town before the sun can rise. Whiskey burns where my soul once was, and I don't apologize. My boots drag ghosts behind me, dust and memories on my trail. The law don't catch what it can't cage, and love just tends to fail. Yeah, I'm a little crazy, a little wild-eyed, got a fire in my blood and a hitch in my stride. They say I'm lost, but I know my way through back road nights and Judgment Day. I talk to shadows, I laugh at the pain. I'm a little crazy, but I ain't ashamed. I kissed a preacher's daughter, then vanished in the storm. Left a trail of smoldering silence where my touch was warm. I've danced with loaded devils, I've prayed with broken men. And if I crash in style, just to rise again. Yeah, I'm a little crazy, a little unchained, like a howl in the wind no walls can contain. I bleed in verses, I ride alone, with a haunted heart carved out of stone. If heaven won't take me, then hell might try. I'm a little crazy, but I'm still alive. Same, where the thunder speaks my name. And love, well, it don't linger here, just smoke rings and a silent tear. Yeah, I'm a little crazy, that's alright. I was built for storms, not candlelight. I'll tip my hat to those I've wronged, sing one last whistled outlaw song. You call it madness, I call it me. I'm a little crazy and always free. this dusty lane. Whispers of the past like an old refrain. Shadows dance where the corn once grew. Echoes of a love I never knew. Broken fence by the empty barn. Rusty nails and a withered charm. Ghost of the fields, where did they go? Left to wander in the afterglow. Oh, the nights are long and the winds they moan. In the hush of twilight, I'm not alone. A heartbeat echoes through the hollows wide. In the still of the night, I hear you sigh. In the cold night air, melancholy fills the midnight's despair. Roads that lead where the shadows lie, underneath this Tennessee sky. Tattered dreams in a lonesome house. Fields fall silent, so does the spouse. Under stars so bright, now I walk these aisles in the dead of night. Oh, the nights are long and the winds they moan. In the hush of twilight, I'm not alone. A heartbeat echoes through the hollows wide. In the still of the night, I hear you sigh. There's a shadow over yonder where the old barn creaks. In the still of the night, not a soul dare speak. Though the moonlight glimmers on the silver gale, in that haunted hollow, it's silence that prevails. Grandpa told stories of lost souls and bones, talking about folks who never made it back home. Echoes in the forest of a mournful tune, a distant reminder of the town's dark room. Ooh, there's a shadow haunting every hill, whispers of the past that linger still. In the night it comes calling through the pines, a tale of sorrow in these winding lines. Down by the creek where the water runs cold, lies the tale of a love that was bitterly sold. She waits in the silence, her heart turned to stone.
wildflowers grow, lie the markers of secrets no one else could know. When the north wind howls through the weathered trees, it sings a song of heartaches carried on the breeze. Ooh, there's a shadow haunting every hill, whispers of the past that linger still. In the night it comes calling through the pines, a tale of sorrow in these winding binds.
The bottle's empty, moonlight's thin. Through the window, whispers come in. Every ghost I've known feeds the gloom. As shadows dance around the room, gravel roads and a rusted gate leading to a past I can't escape. Memories ache like an old sore wound under a sky that feels maroon. Whiskey and shadows, heavy is the night. Loneliness wrapped in dim, flickering light. Every sigh, a whisper from the past, bound by the silence, hearts turn to glass. Old barn creaks in the midnight pall. Hay's been gone since late last fall. An owl cries, echoes through the haze, lost in the night. I've lost my ways. A locket clutched in my shaking hand. Years have passed like shifting sand. By the river where we used to roam, now it's just me, and I'm all alone. The wind howls through the dead of night. Moon hangs low, casting eerie light. Coyote's cry is a haunting song.
wandered too long. There's a shadow beneath the willow tree, whispers secrets only I can see. Cold ground where the wildflowers lay, dreams long buried in the dust and clay. Midnight calls and the silence screams. Ghosts of love haunt my broken dreams. Lonely nights and the wolves they howl. Midnight on the prairie, hear its growl. Gravel road leading to nowhere, empty bottle and a vacant stare. Stars above seem so cold and far, as I trace my name in the fallen star. Dark clouds gather and the thunder moans. Empty heart roams a land of stones. Paths I've tread with shadows close, seeking solace in the wind's ghost. Midnight calls and the silence screams. Ghosts of love haunt my broken dreams. Lonely nights and the wolves they howl. Midnight on the prairie, hear its growl. Midnight on the ridge, shadows creep and crawl, whispers in the wind, neath the blood-red moon. Old pine creaks and sways, secrets in its bark. Lonely howl echoes, piercing through the dark. Ghosts of old regrets haunt this timber trail. Footsteps on the gravel, whispers of a tale. Lovers lost embrace, etched in phony vibes. Memories like phantoms, mingling with the dark. Ghosts of old regrets haunt this timber trail. Footsteps on the ground, whispers of a tale. Lovers lost embrace, etched in phony vibes. Memories are like phantoms, mingling with the pines. Darkness falls heavy as night shadows dance. Fate's cruel mistress won't give a second chance. Underneath the starlight, hearts forever ache. Midnight on the ridge, there's too much at stake. The river runs so cold, like a lover's storm. In the chill of night, trouble's always born.
Lantern flickers low, casting restless hues, eyes in the darkness, glowing with the blues. Ravens perched on gravestones, mocking destiny. A song in the silence, riddled with mystery. Whiskey in a flask keeps the spirits warm. Solitude a friend, shelter from the storm. Darkness falls heavy as night shadows dance. Fate's cruel mistress won't give a second chance. Underneath the starlight, hearts forever ache. Midnight on the ridge, there's too much at stake.